All right, y'all, welcome back. If you hear any noise in the background, I don't know, the neighbor's running some kind of equipment out there. I'm not moving. I got your back with the decode. And before I start, sympathy with any deaths out there, right? They give us these stories, though, and there's like narratives, and we catch these certain patterns. And this trickles down to our life, but these are like celebrities on the main stage, so it just hits on a different level. So let me show you this this story and some interesting patterns, right? And I hope everybody's doing well today, right? Wednesday. It's still early here in Arizona, right? But check it out. And what is the date? Let me verify the date. It's 5/9, May 9th, 8:41 a.m. here in Arizona. Steve Albini, legendary producer for Nirvana, the Pixies, and an alternative rock pioneer. He dies at age 61. Brian Fox, an engineer at Albini's studio electrical audio recording. He's the authority here. He let the AP know. Wednesday. He said Wednesday. All right. So, and the death was the 7th. So this is landing. So this is landing super trending right now, huh? So we're on the 9th, and the character it dies on the 7th. Let me verify that real quick. I have it in the slides, but yeah, dead May 7th. Look over here. Okay, get familiar. Right, now let's go back over and share this. All right, and hopefully you're seeing this right here. Let's play the news clipping. Look at, you get animal symbolism on the shirt. A lot of stuff hitting with like For All the Dogs and Drake, right? And we had Kanye's daughter, who was a part of Paw Patrol, the movie, just did that decode. So you get more kind of like animal symbolism here. Let's play the video.
He was a Chicago producer and legendary audio engineer who worked with music giants like Nirvana, the Pixies, and PJ Harvey. Today, friends and fans are remembering Steve Albini, the man behind some of the most popular 90s alternative rock albums. CBS 2's Andrew Ramos stopped by his Chicago music studio for a look back at Albini's life and sudden death.
Steve Albini's recording studio here in Avondale confirming the news to CBS 2 about his untimely passing due to a heart attack. His untimely death being felt now, not only here in Chicago, but across the music industry.
He was both revered and influential in the world of indie rock. Steve Albini, a musician and sought-after audio engineer, elevated the genre in its heyday of the 80s and 90s to a standard that still resonates today. Albini, who called Chicago home, suffered a heart attack, passing away on Tuesday. The news quickly spread to friends and fans who gathered outside his Northwest Side recording studio, Electrical Audio.
2621 126 162 261. All of those have been hitting lately. Synced up somehow. I noticed it with the New Orleans and Louisiana. Right, New Orleans equals 126. And we're right around that Louisiana Purchase anniversary date, right?
His impact was significant for fellow musician Allison Chesley, who opened for his band Big Black in the 90s.
He changed my life as a musician and as a person, and he was a good person. He had a kind of a prickly reputation, but he was the sweetest, most loving.
No sympathy with any deaths as well, but I am suspicious of these stories and how they give us these deaths, the numbers, the dates, the language which we use, gematria, the calculator that just transfers the numeric value to the letter, right? It's pretty simple.
person.
He was brutally honest. We'll say that there. He did not hold back.
Joe Shanahan, owner of Metro Chicago and Wrigleyville, took to his marquee to honor Albini, who has played at the iconic venue countless times with his band. Whether it was his contributions to acclaimed albums by Nirvana or PJ Harvey, Shanahan says his legacy will significantly lean on his impact in Chicago.
The indie and punk rock scene in Chicago has his fingerprints all over it. Steve was a mechanic, he was a worker, a blue collar sort of like ethic.
Now, funeral plans for the legendary music producer not yet announced. Albini was 61 years old.
I can relate to that kind of work ethic.
He was
Right there, get to the grind, right? I'll be doing later, take some pride in what we do, even though we're caught up in being workers, a lot of us, I don't, it's not how I prefer it. Just born into this, found out that I was deceived later on. I'm just kind of rolling with it now. I found this is very amazing to me, this code of the world that we caught on to. It said in the 80s and 90s this character hit, and you see the 80 on the shirt right there. I just noticed. Here goes Nirvana, legendary. They had me rocking the flannel in high school, sitting at the bus stop, smoking weed, right? The Pixies, here goes the Pixies right here. They said the same 4 members remain throughout with the Pixies. We'll look a little bit at that. Okay, the character Steve Albini dies after a heart attack Tuesday night. Right? So did I get the day right? Did I get the day right? Let me verify the date again. What did I say? I said today was Wednesday, I think. Today's Thursday. Okay. So if I got the date wrong, today is Thursday the 9th. So this character dies Tuesday night, the 7th. Okay, we got that right. 5/7, heart attack. Look at that. Right there. You get a sneak peek. But if you look at right there with the language, and he's born in California, which equals 52, heart equals 52. Okay, ordinal is ABC 1, 2, 3. Reduction, you reduce at the 10th letter by adding the 2 digits and reducing it. Heart 52, California 52. The Pixies equals 52, also in the reduction cipher. Okay, heart, California, the birthplace, and the Pixies. Right? And we go back here. Legendary producer for Nirvana, the Pixies, and an alternative rock pioneer. And he's dead at 61. And you see 29, Albini in reduction, like Hart. Okay, as well. Born in Pasadena, California. And again, Brian Fox is the authority here. Letting the AP know. In turn, the AP lets us know. Correct? Dead at 61. Alternative rock pioneer. Rock equals 61. Right in the title. Okay? And that's reverse with the alphabet. Okay? It's not a wild thing that I made up. I'm not that. I don't have that much time on my hands. Okay? I'm working and I got your back with these connections. Check it out. Born. And let me show you some of these numbers. And these numbers have been hitting a lot lately with a lot of these deaths. Kind of like low-key deaths. No offense. But nobody major. But we're still seeing a lot of people drop. And I'm getting familiar with them as I'm doing the decodes. Not familiar. I've heard of the Pixies. Definitely heard of Nirvana. But not necessarily the producer here for the, So He's born in 62. Notice how sacrifice equals 62, reverse reduction at the 10th letter with the reverse in the English language, right? You just reduce it. 62nd year of life, he dies. You're born, you're 0. You live a year, you turn 1, but it's your second year of life, right? You're entering. 62nd year of life, he dies. Born in the year 62. Sacrifice equals 62. So notice the 46s. Sacrifice has the 46. And look at killing 74 and 115. Just notice those, right? Well, Albini equals 115. The Pixies equals 115. Nirvana, Albini, and the Pixies, you get the 74 reflection or 74 reversed, right? And you see killing 74, killing 115. Masonic equals 115. Note that. And Trump equals 47 as well. Just so you kind of see how this number thing works with the selection coming on, right? And Masonic. I had to cut the mic, excuse me. But yeah, and with the 24 selection I mentioned in the year 24, let me go over here real quick. This character dies, or his next birthday, the 204th day of the year, like the year 24, and there's that 162 that keeps landing. And remember, New Orleans 126, and 7/5 is that it will come up with the Louisiana Purchase, depending on how you ask Google. And I'm just showing you that's how I kind of caught onto this 126 261 connection. I've been seeing the number a lot. Any decoders out there can probably tell you the same. And look at 7 plus 22. That's the birthday for Albini. You add it up, it's 29. And then we go back over here, and Albini equals 29. Heart equals 29. You see that right there? On the fly. And Trump equals 29 as well, y'all. And government politics, or no, government president and White House all equal 52. Right? Just letting y'all know with that, okay? So rock equals 61, dead at 61. Rock pioneer. Born in 62, 62nd year of life, he passes from the heart attack. Sacrifice 62, and those connections we just made right there. And your notice, is it the 46? Look at the 46 closely now. See? Alternative equals 46 in reduction. Producer equals 46. Steve Albini equals 46. And again, sacrifice equals 46. And you want to hit on that politic thing again. We have the 46th president in office right now. His son, Beau Biden, died at age 46. And that president would be Joe Biden, right? Catholic equals 46. He's the second Catholic president we've had. And his birthday is 2 days before the assassination of the other Catholic president, JFK, right? And I make mistakes too, all right? I make mistakes as well, just so you know. And who's going to be the 47th president? But notice this. Alternative 71 right there. Steve Albini 71. Even Steve equals 71. Ordinal right there. You get the 17 with Steve as well in reduction. It's just 4 ciphers, y'all, okay? It's very simple. There's more to it, but the language, the English language we work with, forwards, reverse, and then just with the reduction, anybody should be able to see that, okay? I'm still coughing. Good thing we can pause. Good thing we can pause. Okay. Am I good here? Are we still rolling? We're still rolling? Okay, according to this, we're still recording. It would be a shame to do all of this and accidentally hit a button wrong. I know I've said that before, but we should be rolling here. So Steve 17, Steve 71, Steve Albini 71, alternative rock pioneer, alternative 71. Okay, and it's all right there again. Well, the 71st prime number, the 20th prime is 71. Okay, rock equals 20. But you see, kill equals 17, sacrifice equals 170, like 17, alternative equals 170, like 17, in the same cipher like sacrifice. I'm just letting you know the number connections and the patterns. It's just interesting, right? It's interesting how this world operates. Is there just the right amount of letters, and it just works with everything, the number thing? It gets more interesting because the character dies May 7th of a heart attack. May 7th is the 128th day of the year, and the Pixies equals 128. Z is 1, A is 26. Just apply that method. Let me tell you something else about that date. That's when the security guard got shot at Drake's mansion, the 128th day. That's Rick Ross's birthday and J. Cole, 1/28, January 28, synced up in that beef. Okay? It's not a coincidence. And 128 landed in the previous decode with another trending story. Northwest doing the Lion King Hollywood Bowl. Kanye and Kim's daughter. Because what was it? Was it 128 days after Northwest's birthday? Was Kim's? I think that's what it was. And Paw Patrol first episode date 12/8. She was in the movie for Paw Patrol, but the the animated, what do you call it, cartoon still, first episode date 1/28. I think that was the last decode. Yeah, it was. Okay. The Pixies. In addition to his work on, and this is a producer, right? In addition to his work on canonized rock albums such as Nirvana's In Utero, the Pixies' breakthrough Surfer Rosa, PJ Harvey's Rid of Me, Albini was the frontman of the underground bands Big Black and Shellac. And you see it right there. Interesting. The Pixies, formed in Boston, Massachusetts in 85. The band disbanded in 93. In acrimonious circumstances, if I said that right. That happens a lot with these bands, but reunited in 2004. Think about it's the year 24 now, if you drop those zeros. And what did I show you about his birthday? Let's go look again. Look, 204th day of the year. You see that? Oh, 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 it's magic. July 22nd. 227, 22/7, ritual equals 27. There's probably more with that, but a lot of these numbers land big time. Think about Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant's birthday 23/8. Michael Jordan equals 238. And Kobe wore the 24. And you see 204 right there. Kobe Bryant days on the 24th. And if Richard's watching or watches this later, and Kobe died 1/26, and you see July 22nd leaves 162, number games. For real, for real, for real, for real, for real. And that 128 lands. If Richard's watching later, he'll see immediately because we're connected by the numbers. All of us are who are here, okay? Look at that 20 numerology, like rock equals 20 and the 20th prime 71. Dead on a 20 numerology, add up the single digits, 57, and the year 2024. Look at also an 18 numerology. right there. 18 numerology as well. Let's go over to the calculator. Was it heart? Heart attack 108, like 18. And there's the 36. And look at the 72. The 7/22 birthday. I just caught that right now. More magic. Look at that. More magic. 7/22 birthday. 108 and 36 and heart attack. Right there. And then we go back over here. 18 numerology on the death date and 36. 20 like rock. We landed on all of that. Back over here. Hopefully I'm sharing all the tabs. And you get Black Francis, Joey Santiago, Kim Deal, and Dave Lovering. So you get love. This all syncs up with what's to come. You get the word love. And remember, Diddy had the Love Off the Grid album and changed his stage middle name to Love or whatever. Think about that and let that marinate for us. It'll hit. Let it hit. And you get in utero. Makes me think of like uterus. We know what's going on in how they're revealing their truths, but not all the way. And I'm here to make sure we don't sweep it under the rug, because Nirvana had that album with the naked baby and the money, the dollar on the hook right there, fishing. You see that? And look, you even get a 20 right there. It says Nirvana and it's like 22 and then the logo. You see? Surfer Rosa, right, as well. Let's go back over here real quick. Let me show you this. See, Steve Albini, legendary producer for Nirvana, the Pixies, and an alternative rock pioneer, dead at 61, right? So back over here, Surfer Rosa, that he helped here with it includes references to mutilation and voyeurism, alongside experimental recording techniques and a distinctive drum sound. Surfer Rosa, a studio album by the Pixies. Let's go to here's Albini's Google right here. He looks like that NFL Sunday reporter that died, Chris Mortensen. Kind of. Is this the one? Look, he was born 117, like 17. You see that? And he was born in California, like the character we're talking about. He died at 72, and the world is fake. And the world is fake, all on the fly. The character we're decoding's birthday, 7/22. You see how that works? And heart equaled, was it 72? Or heart attack? With the 108, like the 18 numerology. Look how that works. You see how that works, right? That's interesting. Interesting. What was I going to do over here? I don't know. Was I going to go to Surfer Rosa? Here's Shellac, the group. Oh, I can't pull up Surfer Rosa because, oh, look, you get the elephant, like Republican. The logo for Republican politics right there. Shellac. That was his band. Let's go back over here, though. I'm very careful. I don't want to hit stop. See, that's edited right there. So you get this like symbolism thing with the sex thing, the trafficking going on with Diddy. Diddy takes the fall. They want you to think Diddy runs the world, right? Diddy makes all the decisions. Diddy put himself on. Diddy's, the biggest gang leader in the world. Diddy this, Diddy that. Now you get the Drake distraction. as I'm going to keep letting you know, hey, they're letting you know what they do. Okay? They're letting you know what they do. Never mind is what they want you. You know, smoke dispensary weed. Just forget about it, right? We got the scripted war going on. Look at the shirt, Breeders. He was synced up with the Breeders as well. Okay? That band. Think about the name. And remember Love earlier? One of the members had Love in the name. He dismissed the term producer. Wow, producer kind of, does that kind of mean breeder as well? Like you're reproducing a woman. Is that right? Ugh. Refused to take royalties from the albums he worked on. And requested he be credited with recorded by Steve Albini, a fabled label. They probably ain't gonna do that though. Or I don't know if they did, but I don't think that's how they roll. Pixies, you get P. At the time of his death, Albini's band Shellac were preparing to tour their first new album in a decade, To All Trains, like trafficking, which releases next week. Remember 8 Mile? Lotto died. 8 Mile Road. And then the rapper Lotto Pops, the female, supposedly. 8 Mile Road. Traffic. Train. B Rabbit. You know, man, there's more. What was the guy who shot himself out in the parking lot? And then you had the Meg the Stallion, Tory Lanez incident with the accidental shooting, supposedly. Think about it. Tory Lanez, like road, traffic, 8 Mile, trains. Hello? Baltimore bridge collapse affecting the supply of goods, traffic. Okay. Shellac has the 24. You know, front man for the underground bands, Big Black and Shellac. Shellac's got 24 like in utero, like uterus. Okay. In addition to his work on Canadized rock albums such as Nirvana's In Utero, also PJ Harvey's Rid of Me. PJ Harvey's got the 39 like Shellac. Grew up in Montana. Montana's got the 24 and 39 like Shellac. 39 like PJ Harvey. 39 like In Utero. Come on. And it's the year 24, and wasn't his birthday? Isn't his birthday the 204th day, like 24? There's probably something with Montana and the politics, I'm sure. California. You saw California had the 52, like, president, White House, and government. Fell in love with the do-it-yourself punk music scene in Chicago while studying journalism. Seems like a decent character from what I'm reading. Okay? As far as the story. They're Nirvana in utero. Interesting with what's going on. And the accusations and the Drake disses, right? Look, electric audio equals 138. Albini opened his famed studio, Electric Audio, in Chicago. 138 with the alphabet forwards, the language. 138-day span. The death date, Steve Albini, legendary rock producer. 138-day span. The death date, May 7th, to the release anniversary, In Utero, which is September 21st. 138-day span. Syncs up with the studio. His famed studio that he acquired, right? The recording part is the part that matters to me, that I'm making a document that records a piece of our culture The life's work of the musicians that are hiring me, Albini told The Guardian last year. When asked about some of the well-known and much-loved albums he's recorded, I take that part very seriously. I want the music to outlive all of us. And look how close that is to the 13/9 Tupac's death date, synced up in the Drake beef. Other acts whose music was shaped by Albini include Joanna Newsom's indie folk opus, YS. Is that how it is? And releases from bands like The Breeders, and you had Love in the name of one of the Pixies. The Jesus Lizard, Hum, Superchunk, Low, and Maguire. Splash. You had the Love album again, Diddy, Off the Grid. And Dickie Butts died. Dickie. Remember the All Man Brothers? Manhattan, the Met Gala, Drake's Mansion, the shooting. It's all the language. Disney synced up with Northwest and the Lion King. Disney poppin' as Diddy takes the fall. Everyone knows about Disney and their history with the little ones. Come on. They get a pop as Diddy takes the fall, and stuff like this is legendary right here. Not a big deal. They let you know about it and then sweep it under the rug. False idols, deceivers. As a teenager, he played in punk bands and in college wrote about music for the Prescient Indie Zine. I don't know what that is, but it says forced exposure. While attending Northwestern in the early 80s, he founded the abrasive, noisy post-punk band Big Black, known for its mordant riffs, violent and taboo lyrics, and drum machine. I bet. And look at this. Then came the short-lived band Rape Man, one of two groups Albini fronted with indefensibly offensive names and vulgar song titles. And then he formed Shellac, the ferocious, distorted noise rock band, an evolution from Big Black, but still punctuated by pummeling guitar tones and aggressive vocals. Even Electric Audio, his famed studio, 66 and 96, like alternative rock. Right? They say like legendary rock, alternative rock producer, right? I don't know. Was legendary the right word? Put two and two together. Look at the language. Reduction and reverse reduction. Simple. With the English language, forwards and reverse. The 10th letter, you just add the 2 and reduce it. That's it. Okay? 1 plus 0 is 1. There it is. You see the horns. You see the pattern on the floor. You see the bricks. Who made this necessary? Right? Who put you on the world stage to deceive? You're not a major character, but you're a pawn on the chessboard, right? A larger than life character, the Heart Attack, independent rock music scene known for his forward thinking productions, unapologetic irreverence, right? I guess a sense of humor here, criticisms of the music industry and their exploitative practices. That's interesting. As detailed in his landmark 93 essay, The Problem with Music. Ouch, that probably didn't help. Later in life, he became a notable poker player and apologetic for his past Indiscretion's probably too late, though, man. Probably too late. Look how it says a heartbreaking loss of a legend when he died of a heart attack. Is that necessary? Is that necessary? That's a quote from actor Elijah Wood on. You get the Breeders, you get Wood on, you get Love synced up in the name of one of the Pixies. You get the Naked Baby, Nirvana. Come on, man. Come on, Puppet Masters.
He was a Chicago producer and legendary audio engineer who worked with music giants like Nirvana, the Pixies, and PJ Harvey. Today, friends and fans are remembering Steve Albini, the man behind some of the most popular 90s alternative rock albums.
We need to look
CBS 2's Andrew Ramos
I think I need to pull up PJ Harvey.
stopped by his Chicago music studio for a look back at Albini's life and sudden death.
Steve Albini's recording studio here in Avondale confirming the news to CBS 2 about his untimely passing due to a heart attack, his untimely death being felt now not only here in Chicago, but across the music industry.
He was both revered and influential in the world of indie rock. Steve Albini, a musician and sought-after audio engineer, elevated the genre in its heyday of the 80s and 90s to a standard that still resonates today. Significantly lean on his impact in Chicago.
The indie and punk rock scene.
Let's pull up PJ
He was a
Harvey.
Chicago.
Let's look at PJ Harvey real quick. Okay, died in Chicago, this character. Excuse the rattling. PJ Harvey. Okay, English singer, songwriter. Helped out with this character as well. PJ Harvey birthday. I don't even want to read whatever that text is. Born in 69 like Diddy. Don't forget Jay-Z, Birdman, all born in 69 as well. So you get 69, you get another sexual term, slang right there. 69 slang.
According to Planned Parenthood, 69 means giving your partner oral sex while your
See?
partner is giving oral sex to you at the same time.
See?
And so you're also both receiving oral sex from each other. Oral
See?
sex is when people use their mouths to stimulate another person's genitals.
I'm just reporting it. You know what I'm saying? It's all bullshit what they got going on. Excuse the language. They give us the half-truths, right? Okay, what about any puppet masters that are doing this, putting the puppets on the stage? Okay? Come on, step forward. We got your characters out of here, right? Steve Albini, rest in peace with the character, because we don't know, is this just a slave looking at us? Help, help, help. You know, Taylor Swift has the Tortured Poets Department album. It's not like they're lying here. Okay? Maybe these characters are looking at us right now as we're looking at them. I don't know. Maybe we look at them, oh, big celebrity, money, fame, what a life. Maybe not so much. So I guess we have to say RIP and give our sympathies as well, right? Even though they may be a part of the evil on some controllable level, will we ever know? But this is me showing you the connections. A lot of the stuff is suspicious. Look at what's going on in the world with what they're exposing. And once again, you get all the language in here. And there's probably more Pixies, like Pix. Drake said he had a bunch of teens in his phone, Claudine, Nadine, Pauline, whatever it was. And they send him naked pics, remember? Packs them in like some sardines, all of that. Just think about the language. And they could have used that against him. It's all a setup. The whole world is a stage. Steve Albini, legendary producer for Nirvana, the Pixies, and an alternative rock pioneer, dies at 61. Until next time, y'all.